Welcome
J,
to the VIP section.
J, baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. J, J, baby, y'all. J, 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 J, baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. J, 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 J, baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Oh, yeah, there you go. Put the mic on. I have to turn the mic on. Let me check the sound. What's good, y'all? We lit. All right, we good. Sound and everything is good. Shout out to everybody in the building. We took yesterday off. Of course, shout out to Regular Rich. We in the Regular Rich gear today. Shout out to Regular Rich. That's a fact. My man Tom and Ray Doss.
Shay Baby.
Brooklyn. I will be in that June 17th out there at Watson Park. Schedule come out this week. Shout out to Clash TV. We're going to be outside this summer. 3 to 4 parks per week. So we're not going to be running around all crazy this summer. We're going to be doing the main events, the main games. Shout out to Gotti. He got that movie out there with Lance Stevenson too on Tubi. Go check that out.
Shay Baby.
That's a fact. Shout out to my man Chris Gotti. You know what I mean? That's the boss.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't lie. Gotti's my man, dog. My dude. That's my guy. Pause. Yo, it's bigger than just Clash TV. You know, I'm trying to tell him, like, you know, hopefully, you know, this broadcast today.
Shay Baby.
We know this will get this through to him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you turned me into a sports commentator. My nigga, I want to do the acting too. Yeah, put me in the movies too,
Shay
fam.
Baby.
That's a fact. Line me up. Pause. Put me up in those movies, Gotti. Yes, my man. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. This is not a game. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Word to mother. I can do it all, man.
Baby.
Like I said, me being a sports commentator, this wasn't a part of the play. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man In the Moment. He will tell you this was not a part of the play. But, you know, when you talented and you could do more than one thing, of course it's a part of the play.
Shay Baby.
Damn, HD.
Yeah.
You in here talking zesty talk early in the morning? I thought the zesties don't get up till afternoon.
Yeah. Shay Baby.
That's crazy. Shout out to the zesties, though. No disrespect to the zesties. Zesties, they good people. Right, Niche? We talked about this.
Shay baby.
Right. We talked about this. Yeah, it's all love, man. I never wanted to hate on the Zesties. The Zesties are human too. The Zesties are just, they have their own culture. They have their own crowd. Like I said, we watch, I'm not calling him Zesty, but we watch Amar Wiggins. He gets to the scoop. He's in the courtroom. We're going to get to that today. Shout out to Amar Wiggins.
Baby.
We're going to get to that. Niche, keep an eye on HD Chumps. He's too zesty early in the morning. Keep an eye on him. He can hang out for a little while. We're not going to kick him because, he's not going too far. He's not saying too much. You know what I mean?
Baby.
So we can leave him alone for a little while. All right, man. Let's get to it. I'm with it today, man. I'm hyped today. Let's get a little Jadakiss in there.
What it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to Shay Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucking shit.
That's a fact. All right, so when we get to that bag, the guy right here, HD Chomps, that's trying to hate early in the morning, but we got to respect it. It's no more monsters too, by the way. Monsters, they kind of messed up the health a little bit. Cut back from them. I've been drinking a lot of ginger ale now. So, I got the big bottle of ginger ale. Ginger ale. We all Canada Dry. Now we off Monster. We looking for y'all to get the bag cut, check cut. We on some ginger ale shit now. No more Monsters. Monsters is out of here. Now, Monsters can pay me to not hate on them, because from here on out, I'm going to say Monsters is going to mess up your body. Do not drink Monsters. So now if they want to pay me to be quiet now we can talk.
Baby.
What it is, baby.
That's a fact. All right, so now, once we get to the bag, y'all, this is how we got to act. Now, that's when you're getting money. You heard what Mike said. If you see the for sale sign on it, that means it's for me. Do you see how the prices in there was? Nigga said $89,000 for the chessboard. He said, if you see the for sale sign on it, it's for me. That means niggas don't got that money like him. You know what I mean? Niggas is just in there window shopping. You see the price and it say for sale, that's for me. That's the shit that we got to be on these days, man. That's where we got to get to financially right now, y'all. Let's keep it real. You see the for sale sign on it? That means I racked it up.
Baby.
That's where I'm trying to go right now with all of this. And this is a fact. See, people see that and they get discouraged. I see that shit hypes me up. Money talks.
Baby.
Money talks. And that's bottom line. So all you people out there, like I said, I was telling a friend of mine this morning, shout out to In a Moment again, that, I heard somebody say, the people that you got to cut off and not be around are the people that take naps. So if you a nap-taking ass nigga, you might have to get away from me this summer, 100%. You take naps, I don't even want to be around you.
Baby.
Even if you listening to this right now, this is 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and you're in the bed, get your ass off, go in somebody else's life. I want the niggas that's listening to this morning show, I want them working out, at work. Niggas that's trying to get to the money.
Baby.
Yeah, if you in the bed, get your ass up out this lobby. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We're looking for the niggas that's trying to get to the bag, B. That's a fact. Now, if you in the bed listening to this and you coming home from work, there you go. That's good. You cool. You can stay. You know what I mean? That means you've been grinding all night. I get up at 7, I'm grinding all night.
Baby.
Niche said, hey, Puff Big, Baby Love, Get Money. All the team is in here this morning. Shout out to Facebook.
Baby.
All right, let's get into the smoke, man. Let's get right into it. We're not going to play. Let's go with the stuff that we missed from yesterday. Shout out to my man Dice Pesos. He was outside at the BET Awards. He did it the way you're supposed to do it, too. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? He had the New York, the LA hat on with the Bronx to the side, on the side of the hat. Let me show you the vibes. He was definitely out there.
Peso.
My name is Rasky. I
That good old Maybach right there. Don't stop playing with us.
Okay, we want to get past that part because they're going to kill the monetize. They've been hating a lot lately. Let's get it right there.
Got my LA hat on, right? You know, I got the Bronx on the side, though.
The Bronx on the side. That's a fact. My man out there in LA with the LA hat, that's the BET Awards too. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Dice Pesos. Shout out to Vamp Life. 100%. Yeah. Shout out to Vamp Life. They moving out there at the BET Awards. Y'all saw Jim Jones with the trench on. Y'all saw Uncle Jim with the trench on. That's a fact. Shout out to Jim Jones. All right, so it's getting nasty out there. Chris Webber wants y'all. Listen, I don't even want to play this. But I'm going to play it because I'm going to help a lot of you YouTube niggas out from here on. So, you hating ass niggas that be online trying to hate on people to get your views up, right? That I don't do. I talk the news, but I ain't going to sell nobody short. We ain't going to hate on niggas. We definitely not. So, Chris Webber said if you hating, because remember they tried to say that, I forgot her name from Housewives, but her kid with, I think, my man, I forget his name, Doug Christie. Yeah, I guess they saying that the kid, some YouTuber tried to say that after 20-something years, they found out that Chris Webber was the father to Doug Christie's kid, because, you know, they played on the Kings together since, like, the late 80s, early 90s, kind of, mid-90s era. So, look, Webber said, you put that bullshit on the page, I'm coming for you.
What's up, party people? Man, the internet is undefeated, huh? That's why I'm gonna give this friendly reminder to some of my friends out there that you can't believe everything you read, see, or hear on the internet. Especially when they're all lies. No proof, just made up lies. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to issue my one and only advisory. If you have a platform and you have content with my name attached to lies, take it down now. And to those that started the rumor, that started the lies and then continued to spread the lies, I dare you not to take it down.
I dare you.
I dare you to repeat a lie. You're not going to defame my name. Of course, the lawyers are in action. Of course, the lawyers are in motion and are motivated.
And motivated. Motivated.
That's that. If anyone else that wants some insight and a story or some tools of how to get through the distractions, how to stay focused during the bull, go get my book. By God's grace. By God's grace. By
Tatiana
God's grace.
Melendez, what's good, boo?
It's crazy. The enemy wants us to be distracted, man. You gotta put your blinders on. Stay focused, man. Stay focused, man. Stay focused.
All right, so stay focused. You heard what he said. Okay, so let's start from here. Yo, this is why I say I don't do that. I'm not going to sit here and try to, you know, to get my views up, sitting here and talking bad about niggas, killing niggas. I see all these Instagram niggas and all these YouTube niggas. I see them. I see them. Then you got some that do it to be funny. Then it's cool. I'm not mad at them. Like the Ray Rays. You know Ray Ray from Harlem? I'm not mad at Ray Ray. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? He does it in a funny way. It's cool. It's comedy. You know, I've seen 50 Cent even on this page laughing about something that he said about 50. You know what I mean? That's cool. That's fine. But when you got the niggas that's foaming out the mouth on YouTube, yeah, I've been to jail, F all these rap niggas and all of this, it's crazy. And like I said, I'm not mad at them neither. Nothing against none of them guys. I just feel once you start doing all of that, you know, it gets nasty. You know what I mean? That's why I said I just like to talk the news. I'm not going to sell nobody short. I'm not. Not for no views. It's not that serious to me.
Baby.
That's a fact. So, see what I've been saying, for the niggas like them, he's coming for them, and y'all don't got enough money to bang with C-Web. Pause. Let's keep it real. Y'all don't got enough bread. And that's a fact. All right, let's move on.
They not doing that.
We gonna get to this.
Either, yo. That's the whole thing. I hate what I did.
Why you did it, though?
I did it because I was loaded, bro. I was loaded, and I don't know. And Amber told me not to do that kind of shit.
Because we love Amber.
No, because I slept with Amber too, but I just slept with Amber for 2 weeks in the bed, but we never really did it.
What?
It's like we didn't do it. We didn't do it, but I said I slept with Amber, then I tried to double back with the sexy red thing on the plane, and it backfired on me, bro.
See, look,
and I never do it again.
But look, you could say that about Amber because that's your people.
I know.
You don't got a relationship.
And that's why I learned my lesson, bro. And I apologize, sexy. I didn't know. I don't know you like that, and I shouldn't have played with your name.
Bro, I think that you out of line.
I was out of line.
I'm trying to figure out, like...
I was out of line. I felt terrible, bro.
No, you don't.
I don't never apologize, bro. I only apologize to Sexy Red and Pastor Jamal Bryant. That's it.
All right, so there you go. We're going to get into that. That's your man, Ray J. That was yesterday. He apologized to Sexy Red for saying that he piped it. He's apologizing, saying that, I don't know what to believe with Ray J no more. Fatboy S, he approached him. Shout out to Jersey. Fatboy SSC approached him. We're going to get to that. But before we get into that, we got to get on a serious note for a minute. It's getting nasty in LA. We haven't talked about this. You know, we've been talking about the news with the hip-hop niggas and the sports. But now we got to go back a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's get into this for a second. It's getting nasty in Los Angeles, man. Like, I don't know. Is this one of them bad times? Is this like the Rodney King or worse? Look at this shit they got going on over there, fam.
Oh, they're coming out.
Oh, it's getting crazy. Yeah, it's getting disgusting out there, man. Look at the shit they going through out there. I feel like they doing it to themselves, though, but it's nasty. Killing it. All right, so we just touching up. I seen somebody in the chat say this is from days ago. Of course it is. We just touching back up on, you know, we missed this. We didn't talk about this. Monday, we didn't talk about this at all. So I got a few other things on that. Hold on. I think this is it right here.
You are watching the KTLA 5
Here we
News
go.
at 5 o'clock. I'm Micah Ullman along with Sheriff Cavan as we continue our coverage of Day 5 of protests of ICE raids in downtown Los Angeles. The top line over the last hour or so has been a large number of protesters making their way for a brief time onto the 101 freeway. We know all southbound lanes were closed for a time. They briefly made their way onto the 101 northbound, at which point we saw a large contingent of CHP officers moving in with the help of LAPD, surrounding those people that were on the freeway and rather quickly getting them off the northbound lanes and eventually out of the southbound lanes, allowing traffic to flow freely once again. And this may well be the fallout from that for this large group of people as they are being placed into handcuffs and placed under arrest and taken away from the scene here as we see this large group of people, many of them on the freeway not 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it caused quite a mess for traffic in downtown LA, and also, for a lot of motorists that were trying to make their way through the 101 freeway. Again, the LAPD on tactical alert. Arrests have been made in downtown LA, and we do have team coverage. We want to start with Chris Wolf. Chris Wolf is at Grand Park right now, where an interfaith
Brian Clifton, let's talk about it.
Excuse me, an interfaith service is about to take place at around 6 o'clock. Chris.
Yeah, that's right, Cher. So far, so good now. All quiet and calm here in Grand Park, not far from City Hall or other hubs of local and federal government here in downtown Los Angeles. We had that eruption of hostility with dozens of protesters spilling onto the 101 freeway and blocking traffic a short time ago. But all is good right now, right here in Grand Park, with this interfaith candlelight vigil planned for tonight at 6 p.m. New images surfacing this Tuesday show men in handcuffs, exact location unclear. The caption reads, "Photos from today's ICE Los Angeles immigration enforcement operation." Federal agents have said they are serving warrants on, quote, criminal aliens in the United States, though opponents of the sweeps argue that good, hard-working people are included in the roundups. Violent clashes between police in riot gear and people protesting the immigration and customs enforcement activity marred another evening in downtown Los Angeles Monday. And after dark, what are being called fringe groups took to the streets, vandalizing and looting local stores.
That's crazy.
The LAP.
All right, now, this is the only thing I wanted to talk to you about this. I hope those people out there in LA are doing this for a right cause, because, people look to riot and do shit out for nothing. Like in New York City, as soon as the corona hit, niggas is running up in the malls, running up in the, you know what I mean? They was looking for get fresh, get money. It wasn't because of no corona. They just look for a reason. So that's what I'm saying. I hope they doing this for a right reason, because do they really care about the migrants out there? Or do they just want to riot and act wild? Because if you just want to act wild, you're going to get hurt. It's going to get nasty for y'all out there. Trying to riot for no reason. Do y'all really care about them people, man? Honestly. Because these people are, like, I saw something on YouTube earlier today, this morning, getting ready for the show, right? There's some regular white guys, regulars. These are regular white dudes in Oklahoma. They saw some migrants, they punched them in the face, put them in a headlock, they threw them in the back of a car. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Now, what happens if he's legit? Is he legit? It's nasty what they doing out here. So I'm not saying I'm for all this at all. But I don't like the fact that people are trying to riot. You're going to get hurt. We seen, look how they came out, my boys. Look how they came out. You think they playing? Look.
They're coming out.
They're coming out. Look. And they're laughing. And the people are laughing, bro. Listen to them. They're coming out and they're laughing. Look.
Oh, they're coming out.
They're laughing, bro. That's what I mean. Is this a game? Or is this real? You know what I mean? Y'all playing with military. Y'all gonna get hurt. And that Venmo's too at the bottom. You see the Venmo for the donations for the platform. That Venmo is posted. And the super chat is open. Let's get to it. Smash them likes too. Come on. Let's work. This is good smoke. All right, so let's get back to the video.
You are watching the KTLA 5 News.
From this intersection, there is significantly less people in this area, and a lot of it is media. But what I want to draw your attention to is how many people we have seen today that are bringing supplies for the demonstrators that are out on the streets. You see a box of, there's masks right there. People are bringing water, they're bringing snacks. We talked to one woman earlier who was in front of the federal building before things escalated, and she came out here for the first time. She had a whole cooler of snacks and cold water with her. She is Filipina and said that she, came from a family of immigrants, and she felt so strongly that she needed to come out here and to just see for herself what was going on. And we've heard that from so many people today, is that this may be their first time out here since these demonstrations started, and they wanted to see for themselves what was actually happening. So right now at Temple and Alameda, things are peaceful, things are calm, and we are going to try to make our way back perhaps towards City Hall. The mayor is supposed to be speaking shortly, so I think we'll be able to get her remarks for you as soon as we can. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Border czar Tom Homan is defending President Trump's decision to conduct ICE raids. In an interview with Fox News, Homan said despite the unrest, immigration and custom enforcement agents aren't leaving L.A. anytime soon.
We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years, arresting public safety threat illegal aliens. We're not going to apologize for doing it.
That's crazy.
Homan added that ICE will continue conducting raids across the country with over 100 teams working daily, and that anyone who gets in the way of that process could face charges.
Nasty.
We will take a stand until the raids stop and ICE and the military are off our streets.
The LA protests have sparked anti-ICE demonstrations in other cities across the country.
Y'all can protest all y'all want. This is different. This is not, you got a man that's in office with no heart. You think he cares about that? Trump is laughing at y'all. Y'all gonna get hurt. Take your ass inside, and I guess we gotta just listen, man, I don't know. I'm legal. I'm keeping it real with you. I'm up in the area where I live at with nothing but those people. They don't bother me. I'm legal. My license good. I'm legit. Too legit to quit. You know what I mean? At this point, that's all I can worry about for me and mine. I'm not going to be out there protesting whether I like it or not. I deal with a guy, remember my man that was in the back, Carlos. Carlos might not be legit. But Carlos got a tax ID and everything and company with a truck with his company on the side of it riding around. So Carlos is legit. So that's what I'm saying. If you're not legit, I know we don't like what they're doing to regular human beings. I understand. But if they're not legit, like Money said in the comments just now, can we go to Canada and go to these countries and just live there and not pay taxes and do whatever we want? Yeah. Hold on, we got a caller. Hold on. Hold on, the app. Hold on. Yeah, so basically, but I just turned the phone calls on, so give the phones about 10, 15 minutes. So basically, if they're not legit, should we be out there protesting, getting hit in the face with all these weapons and all this stuff from the military if they're not legit? That's the question. I'm seeing a lot of people out there laughing and playing. This is not a game. Y'all look crazy out there. I hope this don't happen in New York City. I want no shit like this. Can't even go to the city, got the military walking around. You know what I mean? I'm legit. My business, everything legit. I smoke weed. The weed is legal now. We are chilling. Why we want this stress?
Shit, baby.
You know, for years, niggas been waiting till you can't go to the corner store and buy weed, smoke a blunt in front of the cops, blown in their face like a cigarette. Yes, the life is good now. What are we doing here? I don't think they should be looting at all out there doing all this craziness because they're going to get hurt and all of this for things that they could be right about. If you're not legal, I don't know about all this physical play like this, but you might have to get physical with these dudes because you got a lot of nerve to go somewhere where you're not legal to live and not pay tax. Let Shay get 100 million views and I don't pay my taxes. Niggas is sending me to jail, fam. But that's funny to y'all when y'all hear Bobby Brown hit for tax invasions, right? Meanwhile, you got a migrant, right? This is what we got to be thinking real facts. They come here getting all the money, cleaning up, doing all of this stuff all over, paying no taxes, you know what I mean? Doing whatever. Meanwhile, we are legal and we got to pay taxes. That's nasty. So this is what I think this is all about. With why they trying to get them out of there, because you know America is a money-hungry country. You know this. You know what I mean? So I think they need to chill out with the looting, man, and the riots, because they're going to get hurt out there, my dudes. You know, you seen them. They sent the military out there. They're not playing with these guys out there, man. You know what I mean? I just, shout out to Mrs. Reed Howell, too. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it real, Miss Reed. I'm giving my point of view. You know what I mean? I got to pay taxes. They want me in jail. You know what I mean? But they don't bother me because I'm a citizen. You know what I mean? I go outside, open these doors right now. You're going to see nothing but those people out there walking around. Walking. Not scheming. These niggas are walking to survive. These guys are going for jogs. They're retired. You know, they got money, work from home. They're walking. Hey, Shay. No problem.
Yeah, Shay, baby.
So that's what I'm saying. Looting for I kind of want to say at this point, I take the looting for the corona before the looting out there in LA, what they doing right now, for what they doing. I'm not going to hold you. At least for the corona, it was a scam, a hustle. They was trying to get to it. They was locking niggas up. Fuck it. Go ahead, do it. Go get them sneakers. Go get them jewelry.
Shit, baby.
But doing this, defending people where we are, it's like we're defending people where we still got to do what we're defending them for. Like, you want us to defend you guys and help you with, you know, the riots and everything. Leave the migrants alone and everything like this, right? Trump is wrong for what he's doing to them. The physical play, you know, just holding niggas for ransom, throwing them back at trucks. That's nasty. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not for none of that. I'm just saying that when you riot, after you help them and you get shot in the face with a paintball gun, right, in your eye, because you saw the guy eye the other day, he had a big black eye from getting shot in the face with a paintball gun, right? When you get shot in your eye for a paintball gun and you got to get up and go to work the next morning anyway, and they take taxes out of your check, you know what I mean? This is what you was out there rioting for.
Shit, baby.
Yeah. This is what you was out there riding for. That's why I'm trying to say, do you really want to get physically hurt for something you really can't change? This is what America, this is what they want. Now, if they try to do type of stuff like this, you know, you could say, Shay, they could be doing this to your black people. No, they cannot. We are citizens. That's when we blow shit up. You cannot do that. So I don't want to hear that at all.
Shit, baby.
Niggas is citizens. Niggas pay taxes. You can't do that. I get on the stand. Give me the bazooka. I'm outside with them when they try to do that to us, man. I'm outside with the bazooka, man. Fuck it. But I'm not going to say I'm outside with the bazooka when niggas that come on over here taking up the jobs, willing, they do get money, do good work. Don't get me wrong, but they're not paying taxes. I'm paying taxes. I'm a hater when it comes to that money.
Shake, baby.
I'm a hater when it comes to that bread. That's a fact. You know, the other day I went in the box. I said, damn, y'all killed me with taxes. Killed me. I know people that drive all the way to New Jersey from New York to go buy clothes to save money on taxes. Taxes is a motherfucker, but I'm telling y'all this. Taxes is everything. Yo, people, NBA players, this is what y'all gotta listen to this now. Give y'all some knowledge now. There's some players that don't go play on some teams because of the taxes. Nah, I don't want to play on that team. The taxes is too crazy. I'm going over there. Taxes is low. You got some cheap ass niggas that go to the games that don't even play because they don't want to pay the luxury tax in Los Angeles. Oh, my ankle hurts. I'm not playing because they don't want to pay the luxury taxes. I'm trying to tell you, taxes is everything.
Shake, baby.
That's what they can't wait to hit you on the taxes. That's what they get you for. Like my man Peewee Kirkland. Where the picture of me and Peewee? This is 2000. Biggest drug dealer ever in New York City. Me and Peewee Kirkland, my father's best friend. Let's talk about it. So, they don't put Peewee in jail for selling drugs. They hit him for tax evasion. Nigga had $100 million, nigga had $100,000 tie. $100,000 tie. Come on, fam. You know why? Peewee wasn't no killer. Peewee did things the right way. He was a professional. They didn't want to see Peewee in there for no drug. They, you know, we should put him away for tax evasion. Yeah, baby. He's a good guy. He never did nothing against the system. You know, he was just outside. Peewee paid for the Bulls, man. Peewee Kirkland paid for the Bulls. He played 2 games. He said, I don't want to play no more. I'm making more money per day, which y'all paying me for the whole year. This is in the 70s. NBA wasn't making no money like that.
Shake, baby.
And that's real. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, man. You know, this is why I don't really talk about stuff like that too much on the platform. You know, because I don't really want to be saying the wrong thing too much, because this is the world and stuff like that. You know, that's why I like just reporting the news. But when it comes to that, I don't like it out in LA. You know, it hurts me to see people running from police like this is a third world country. They need to cut that shit out there, man. Yeah, shit, baby. They got our shit looking like this is Iraq, man, and Africa and all of this nasty work stuff, man. What's next? I'm seeing niggas on the gram eating rats and eating all this stuff. Is that what's next? Do we got to go out and catch a wild raccoon and throw it on the grill? They showing us on the gram and on Facebook. Niggas is cooking wild animals these days. Are they trying to prepare us? Yeah, baby. What my man Sean Campbell say? Are you not entertained? Or should we take it to my man Zip the Drip? Let's get to that. Let's talk about it. Yeah, baby. No, but that's real low. That's real low. You know, watch somebody in Africa eat a rat and throw it into some fire and feed it to a little child, and then y'all running around acting nasty in LA. Things could be much more worse for us. You know, even your health. You know, I don't got the Bentley. Nigga, you walking. Shit, baby. Nigga, you talking. Nigga, you can hear, you can see. So things is not that bad. Yeah. Produced by Molex. Send that to the email, shaybabytv@gmail.com. I'll listen to it today. Yeah, Shay Baby. And if you send that bag in and give a donation, we will air it off Friday morning, Freaky Friday. It will be the first song out the bag on Friday morning. Blasting you all for the show. Yeah, Shay Baby. That's a fact. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on because we got a lot to cover today. It's, you know, a lot. Plies and Rick Ross, they get into it. You know, Rick Ross, let me see if I have it. The header. If I have the header. No, I don't. But Plies and Rick Ross, right? They, pretty much, Rick Ross brings in Plies to perform at the car show. So then now Plies jumps on there. He says, yeah, you know, these cars ain't like back in the days, and kind of kills Rick Ross. But Rick Ross claps back definitely. Let's get into it. Hold on.
Hey, this real quick, but this to the car culture, the old school cars. I was talking to Nav and Grease about this shit the other day, and I was talking to Nav about it the other day, actually. And I was telling them, I said, man, I don't feel like the car culture as creative as it used to be, like it was back in the day. They used to have Lamborghini doors on box Chevys and scoops on the hood and bucket seats in the inside and power antennas on the trunk and Eminem themed paint jars and bowling balls and 30s and lows and assassin rims, curtains in the window and mother crush interior. Regardless if you thought that shit was country or not, you seen the creativity in that shit. All different kind of cars. Now I feel like it's building their cars for others and then building cars for the hoes no more. Cause a hoe don't care nothing about. A female don't give a about nothing under your car. Nothing. now this shit became about who done spent the most money. Every boat, every screw. That ain't no female care nothing about that shit. Other hard legs care about that shit. Older and this kind. Ain't nobody care about that. And it's like I told them, if you gonna charge, if it's about being new, this is like going to the mall, getting a new outfit and some new shoes. It don't mean you killing cause your shit new. It's about how you put that shit together. And it's like I told you gonna charge me $500,000 to build this. My car better be able to do whatever other car costs $400,000, $500,000 can do. That can Bentley for $400, I can get it from Florida to California, turn my bike around and come straight back to Florida, and I ain't got to drop that car off the Bentley. That Bentley ain't gonna live in no shop. I know that. Not for no $400. So now I just feel like same car, same rims, same interior, same motor, same lights, go to the same every month. The only thing different is the color coordination. And I just feel like this shit is about who spent the most, and it ain't about what I feel the car culture used to be about, the creativity.
I want to make this clear. When you see a street hustler who money right and he got that old school Chevy, right? Because I had these questions in my DM. They say, I'm just trying to imagine what that feel like to spend that much money in a car. You want to know? Well, I'm finna do my best to describe it to you. It feel like for the first time the quarterback passed you the ball. Yeah. You took it, and you broke. The whole stadium stood up. Ain't nobody ever screamed your number. Ain't nobody ever said your name, but you done broke. You want to know what it feel like when you riding solo in that vert? And if he want to ride solo, let him ride solo. Let a boss have that feeling. You riding solo in that vert. You coming into that end zone, boy. You coming to that. The whole city recognize you. You did it. You made it. Everybody who made it to the car show, you a hood celebrity. You a legend. You a superstar. I want y'all to know, y'all got the streets talking. Y'all got the world talking. I'm talking globally. So if you know it's a that know you was at the car show and they won at the car show, them broke got an opinion. Broke get a ticket, but he got an opinion. The opinion is free. Just tell him you doing autographs right now. You doing it big. You was at the car show, and for the big key holders, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, man. So check it out, man. First and foremost, God is the greatest. Car show number 4, legendary. Bigger than it's ever been. Thank everybody that came through, showed love, supported the movement, even if it was a post, you couldn't make it, whatever it may be. Ricky Rose want to say love, thank you from myself, from 57 Freddie, from Slippery Soap, the Promised Land. I just want to say much love. And what you see right here in front of me is now it's phase 2. It's Car Show Chronicles. I want to make everybody that was at the car show famous. And guess what we going to do for the next 6 months? We going to release, rotate, and circulate the best photos, the best content, the best images, not just in this country, but around the world. So make sure when you post your pics, your content, hashtag Rick Ross Car Show. First and foremost, we going live.
Yo, he made sure right there that Plies ain't fuck his money up, son. He made sure Plies did not rest his bag up. Yo, but I'm gonna tell you, I agree with Plies though. Nobody want to see a Rari or a Bentley there. I'm looking to see a 64 Chevy, gutted out, change the leathers. He's right. Nobody want to see a Bentley there or a Rari. That's what he's saying. Niggas is pulling up with expensive cars and putting little rims on it and saying this is the car show. That's not the car show. I'm from the 90s and the 2000s, man. The car shows were old school, decked out whips that was crazy. I remember back in the 2000s, 90s, niggas had the fish tanks in the Cadillac. The fish tanks. That's real. So I kind of agree with him, man. With Plies, I ain't gonna hold you. Nothing against the car show, Rick. Because it's not you. You're not the one putting the cars out there. These are the niggas pulling up to the venue. He's saying the niggas at the venue are putting their cars on the, like, you had Tyler Perry cars there, right? He had 2 Phantom Rolls Royce there, limos, right? But they were regular stocked. Because these cars are rare. They're like the limo Phantoms. They're like the Phantoms, but a little bit more stretched with a little bit more space in the back. You could get maybe 4 or 5 more people in there, like a limo type of car. You know what I mean? He had 2 of them out there. So yeah, they're rare, but that's not what you want to see at a car show. That's something you go see at the Jacob Javits car show when they're showing you futuristic cars that are coming out. We're looking for a hood car show. I'm looking for what you see the nigga from. I remember when I went to South Beach, 2000. What is this? 1. The first time I ever said that shit freaked me out. I was riding. You know, I'm from New York. We don't see this every day. I saw a nigga in Miami, a Dade County Haitian nigga, driving down in some lime green seats. This shit was bouncing like the movies. That shit was crazy to me. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. He said that. Yo, Marty, you talking about the Shay Baby. He said that's crazy. Yo, listen, I got to shout out to Tone, man. He did deliver that for me. I can't lie. Shay Baby is classic. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, let's move on. We almost there, man. We moving today. So we just got the Plies off the table. All right, let's jump into the 2 main events, and then we out of here. Let's get into Ray J. Ray J's getting killed all over the internet. He got to stop lying on his dick. That's what they saying.
Because you wanted me to be...
Ray, please. Ray, you got to stop telling people that. Like, you got to stop. You got to stop telling people we slept together.
We did. On the dead homies, y'all.
Ray, you got to stop telling people that. Because then they really think that we slept together.
And we know we slept together.
Yeah, but we slept together, but we didn't sleep together.
We definitely slept together.
We did, but we didn't sleep together.
We didn't sleep together, but we slept together.
Yes.
For sure.
But you know that there's a difference.
You're right. And
you know what I mean? You can't tell people we slept together because then they're gonna think that we slept together.
But
We slept together every night.
Crazy. So, hey, Michelle. So, Ray J is running around crashing out right now. We know this for sure. That we do know. He's the crash out king right now. But my man pops up in his live yesterday. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. Jersey popped up yesterday. Hold on, let me see where it's at. Jersey popped up. Okay, this is Ray J's live that night. Let's show y'all how Ray J's how he's moving right now.
I need it to be undone from a mixer standpoint.
Do you want me to call Bari?
I just want you to go out and get the engineer.
All right, so right here we see Ray J. He's in the studio that night. He got his personal assistant with him, some little chick. She walking around. You see, she want to be seen. She keep hearing her voice.
Like that's blocking the audio. He needs help or something. I don't know what it is. Sorry. They said, "Why you lying on sexy?"
Okay, this is where it gets crazy.
She didn't have to go that big, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I just hope it's not nothing else. I hope it's not nothing else after that, because then I'm going to get ignorant and just start talking shit to her, and I don't want to do that because I love her. But enough's enough.
It's about to get real crazy in here, y'all. Trust me.
Yeah. Hey man, it is what it is.
Baby love me, I know it. Baby need me, I know it. Baby want me, I know it.
The game, ladies and gentlemen, will no longer just be motherfucking revolutionized. The game is now monetized.
Giving me answers, baby, you doing your dance. I was just loving you, ran. All the perks, you panicking. Caught up and steal like mannequin. 32K, you hit it. Watch all that talk like.
Okay, here it is. Here it comes.
Need to go on multiple auditions for everybody. Right. This nigga Fatboy want to text me about Sexy Red. Talking about
here it is.
These niggas see me about Sexy Red tripping. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas is tripping, bro. I told Sexy Red I'm sorry. Then I told the internet, but I told her personally first. And that's it. After that, I don't give a fuck. I only gave a fuck because she was mad. And if she mad, then I'm going to apologize, because that's what it is, because I don't want to ever make somebody mad when that was not my intention. If she wasn't mad, I would have never said nothing. That's on the dead on me.
They said they done got you started.
They would?
Fatboy said you a goofball.
Alright. That's not a, yo, Fatboy, that's not a good word. That's fighting words, bro. That's fighting words, my nigga. Put that nigga in the queue.
Yeah!
What do you mean?
Like,
Here it comes! Fatboy MC about to go off!
You told Bunyan with tattoos on your face. Playing around with the God, nigga.
I really don't want to talk, bro. You pussy, my nigga. I really don't want to talk, bro. Like, I really don't want to talk, bro. Like, that's on my. I really don't want to talk. I'm eating right now, bro. You pussy, bro. Straight like that. Period. Like, and I put that on. I told you I put that on my mother, bro. I don't fuck with you. Period, nigga. And that's coming from me, bro, to your face. And I don't gotta duck nothing. I don't gotta duck nothing. I don't gotta duck nothing, Ray J. I don't gotta duck nothing.
Bro, you go to sleep at 8:30 p.m., bro.
I don't gotta duck nothing.
What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, you talking,
bro. You go to sleep at 8:30 p.m.,
bro.
Stop
You
playing,
talking, bro. You just talking, bro.
Bro, yo,
You talking, bro.
is Fatboy
You
still
talking. I'm
considered a
enjoying my
YN?
meal, bro. You talking, bro.
Is Fatboy still considered a YN? Because
Like,
I only
you
did
talking, bro.
ON business. Yo,
Like,
Fatboy,
you
I
talking,
only
bro.
got
I
a
don't gotta
problem.
be no
I
fucking
only do
YN,
ON
nigga.
business,
I'm
nigga.
me.
I
I'm
only
me.
do ON business. I
I'm
don't do
me.
YN business. I got YNs
I'm
for y'all
me.
niggas. I
I'm
don't do
me.
that.
You out here lying.
I
You out
only,
here lying on
I
your
only
dick,
do
bro. You lying on your
ON
dick, my
business.
nigga. You
Bro, I
lying
ain't
on
never
your
lied on
dick.
my dick one
God
time in
bless
my
you,
life,
baby.
nigga.
You
On the
lying on your
dead
dick.
homie, nigga. I ain't never
My
lied on
wife
my dick in
sneezing
my
and
life,
shit.
nigga.
You
On
lying.
the
My
dead
wife
homie.
sneezing, nigga. You
Nigga,
lying on your
what the
dick, my
fuck you
nigga.
were first off? What the fuck you worried about my dick for,
I'm
nigga?
not worried
Pause.
about your dick,
Why
nigga. You
you
lying. You
even saying?
lying, nigga. To
Why
the
you even
public,
talking?
nigga. What
First
you
off,
talking about?
why you
What you
even
mean?
first off?
You're lying to the public, nigga.
Why you
What you
even
talking about,
saying my
nigga?
dick?
Stop
Don't
doing that,
ever
nigga.
speak on my dick, nigga.
Fuck is you
Don't
talking? I'm
ever
not
say
speaking on your dick,
nothing
nigga. You
about
know
my
what's
dick,
up with me,
nigga.
nigga. You
That's
know
my
me, bro.
dick,
Just
nigga.
stop it.
Don't
Stop
you
it. You
ever
know
speak
me.
on my dick,
You know
nigga. Cut
me.
it
You
out,
know me,
nigga.
my nigga. And I
You
know
trolling,
you.
nigga. You
And I know
trolling. You
you.
out of control. You
Fuck is you
trolling,
talking
nigga.
about?
Don't ever talk about my dick, nigga. Talk
Nigga, I'm
about
not
your
talking
dick.
about your dick,
You
nigga. You knew what I
definitely
was
talked
talking about,
about
nigga.
my
You
dick,
knew what I
nigga.
was.
You just
You knew
talked
what I
about my
was.
dick.
You knew what I was going at.
You
You knew what
just
I was
talked
saying.
about
Stop
my
playing
dick,
words into
nigga.
my mouth. Stop
Keep
playing
my
words
dick
into my
out your
fucking
mouth,
mouth.
nigga. Keep my
Stop
dick
playing
out
words
your
into
mouth,
my mouth.
bro.
Where you at?
That's all I'm saying. Keep
Where
my
you
dick
at?
out your mouth. That's all I'm saying. Where I'm at, I'm on the phone with you.
Where?
I'm here.
Fuck is you
Here.
talking about, nigga?
What do you
Fuck,
mean? What do
nigga.
you mean? Bro, we having a fucking argument online. What are you talking about where
All
I'm
right, where
at? I'm
you
right
at?
here in the
Then I
computer
will pull
screen.
up on you, pussy.
Bro,
I
if
just told you
you
that.
don't look,
You
look,
pussy
look,
to me, nigga.
look,
You
look,
pussy, nigga.
look, fat boy,
I'm trying
I
to tell
got
you.
nothing but love for you. I don't know why you worried about my dick.
I'm not
It's
worried
like
about your dick, nigga. You just be out
you
here
are worried
capping, bro.
about
I'm
my dick.
tired
You
of it,
mad
right?
because
I'm tired of it.
I'm saying I'm
I'm
lying on my
tired of
dick.
it.
I
I'm
never lied
tired
on
of
my
it,
dick one
nigga.
time in my life, bro.
You be on goofy time to me, bro.
Yo, fat boy, everybody tired of it, nigga.
You be on goofy time to me,
Yo,
bro, and I'm
everybody
tired of it,
tired
bro.
of
You
it,
be on
fat
goofy
boy,
time to me,
fat
bro.
boy.
And I'ma
Everybody
speak
tired
on
of it,
it.
nigga.
And I'ma speak
Guess
on it because
what?
I'm not scared. Them other niggas you be around be scared of you,
Bro,
nigga.
I ain't
I'm
around
not, nigga.
nobody, nigga. It's just me and Nicole, nigga. I'm not around nobody,
When them
nigga. What other niggas,
niggas
nigga?
be around, they be
No,
scared of
nobody
you,
be
nigga.
around me, nigga. I'm by
I
myself,
tell you,
nigga.
nigga, I'ma
Bro,
tell you what's up, nigga. You
I'm
a
by
goofy,
myself,
nigga.
nigga.
You a goofy,
Bro,
nigga.
you a bad. You listen. You're a bad person and you're a bad friend.
You a goofy, nigga.
You a bad friend,
You a
bro.
goofy,
You
nigga.
was my friend. You're not my friend ever again, nigga.
I
Ever,
don't give
ever,
a
ever,
fuck.
ever, ever again,
I
nigga.
don't need,
You're
nigga.
not my
Do you understand? I
friend.
don't need friends.
Never, ever,
I
ever,
don't need
ever,
friends.
ever, ever, ever again. You'll never be
I
my friend
don't
again,
need
nigga.
friends,
You are
nigga.
not my
You
friend.
can't be.
You're a
Bozo.
bad no.
You a
You're a
bozo.
bad
I'm
friend.
eating. You a
You
bozo.
calling me
I'm
out
getting off the
of
live.
my
You a
name. You
bozo,
calling
nigga.
yo,
You
Shout out
added me
to
yo,
to your
Jersey.
live.
yo. You
You
calling me
added me
out
to
of my
your
name
live.
is not okay.
You added me
You
to your
calling
live, nigga.
me out of my name is not okay,
You
bro.
a bozo.
That's
You a
not a cool name.
bozo.
That's not a cool word, bro.
Period.
That's not okay.
And then do you want to call me a YN? You're streaming. You're streaming.
Shout out to the YNs. What
You're
I said
streaming.
was,
You're
what
a
I said.
what are you?
Hold
A
on,
Owen?
hold on,
A
hold on. What I
OWN?
said was,
Oh,
PN?
I
A pussy
only
nigga.
argue,
That's what you
I
are. You
only
a PN,
argue with
nigga. You a
ONs.
pussy
I only.
nigga. You
That's
a
not a cool
PN.
word. Those
You
words
a
are not cool,
PN, nigga.
bro.
You a
Those words are not cool, bro.
PN. PN, pussy nigga.
That's not cool.
So when I see you, I'm gonna call you that every time. You a PN.
That's not
A PN,
fair.
nigga.
Yo, fat boy, that's not
A
fair, bro.
PN,
Oh,
nigga. You a
Fat Boy
PN.
went
PN?
off.
You a
Damn.
PN.
Is that a good
PN,
word?
pussy
That's not a
nigga.
good word. Is he disrespecting me?
Nigga, I know I'm
He is,
PN.
huh? He disrespected me. That's
I
not
know I'm
cool. You
PN.
disrespected me, bro.
Ah, you be
Bro,
wildin', right? You wildin'. You a
you
PN, nigga. You a
disrespected me.
pussy nigga.
Bro, you
Then you was talking.
disrespected me.
Then I got you, and then you want to know
Is he
something, right?
really? Is this really
I
happening?
had love.
Okay.
I had love for you. I still,
I still
you know
got
what?
love for you.
I
I still
still
got
got a
love for you. You're
something,
just a
a
bad
little,
friend.
but it just,
Dude,
you
you're
a
a bad
pussy.
friend, but you're still my friend.
You a pussy. I'm not your friend, nigga.
You're a bad friend.
You
Yes,
talking
you
about?
are.
We ain't
Bro,
cool. That's on
we'll
my
be made
soul,
up.
bro.
We'll go.
You
We'll
look when
like
you
we'll
call
be
my
up.
phone. What you
Like
say?
next
What you
week,
say
guess
to me when
what?
you call my
Guess
phone?
what?
What you tell me?
Guess what?
You
We'll
said,
be
"Fuck you.
friends
Have a
next week.
nice day. Don't
Yep.
ever call your phone again and hung up in my
Yep.
face."
Yep. And I said eat a fat dick too.
Say no more. You're
That
done.
doesn't mean no.
Say no more.
That
You're
doesn't mean
done.
that you're my friend. Doesn't mean you're my
You're
friend, bro.
done. You're done,
You're a
nigga.
bad
You're
friend.
done.
You're really
You're
horrible,
peeing in my eyes,
bro.
nigga.
You're a
Until I see
terrible
otherwise,
friend, bro.
until we squabble up, until something happens.
Until
What's
we
that? What you
squabble
want to do?
up,
Where you at?
bro.
Drop below. Drop an address. Pussy. Peeing.
Bro,
Pussy, nigga.
pussy? That's not a good word, bro.
You
I thought
soft,
like
nigga.
I'm
You
soft.
soft. Like I told you,
That's not
all them
fair.
niggas that be
That's not fair.
around you, and I'm
Nobody
pointing at you.
be around me,
And
bro.
I'm
Nobody,
pointing
hey,
at
fat
you.
boy,
And I'm
nobody's
pointing at
around
you.
me, bro.
I'm pointing at
Nico,
you. You got me tight.
I'm always by myself, bro. Get your finger,
Gang.
yo, get your
Listen,
finger
gang.
on my
Listen to me.
face.
Let me talk,
Get
gang.
your
Let me talk,
motherfucking finger
gang.
on my face.
You got me
Bro,
tight.
get your
You's a
finger on
pussy.
my face. It's
You's
out
a
of focus.
peon ass nigga.
Get your
You's
out
a
of
pussy.
focus finger on my face.
Dude, you's a pussy. When I catch you, you know how I get down, right? Stop playing with me.
So
You
do I
pussy.
know how you
You
get down,
pussy.
bro?
You pussy. You're a pussy. You're a peon. You're a pussy. Them niggas scared to say that shit around you. You pussy. You're
Bro, you're
peeing.
not, yo.
I'm eating. I'm
stop.
eating. I'm eating, bro. I'm eating, nigga. I'm eating lobster. I'm eating.
Lobster.
What?
That's a fact, fat
Fuck.
boy.
I can smell you from a mile away. Okay? I smell
What?
you from a mile away. That's not okay. You are a bad friend, bro.
And you're peeing. What else?
That's not
What
okay,
else?
bro.
I'm getting off this live, bro. You getting me tight, bro. You use a peeing, my nigga. Use a pussy.
This
Getting
nigga
off this
tight
live, bro.
balls, bro.
I'm off the live.
You emotional
bro.
about my dick?
I'm off the live, bro.
Bro, this nigga mad about my dick.
Yo, classic. Yo. Bad boy SC. We gotta roll him out. Yeah. Yeah. Now I don't want them to fight or nothing like that. I don't do no shit like that. But I like how you know what I mean? New Jersey, New York City. You know what I mean? He just wasn't feeling them. I ain't gonna lie. Fat Boy just wanted to call him out. He didn't want to fight him at first. What got Fat Boy tight? Because New York City, New Jersey. Once you invite a man or you talk anything next to a man, because what got Fat Boy tight when he was like, why are you worried about my dick?
J baby.
That boy was like, wait, what? Where you at? Yeah. Classic work. Shout out to them, man. That's crazy. Nah, because Fat Boy SSC, I gotta give it to him. He got it out the mud. He did make it out there with the Diddy and the Cirocs and all of them out there. He did get a bag off that. He got in some movies. He did his thing. Yeah. So he do know Ray J. Because he was out in the West a lot during that Corona run. Fat Boy SSE was moving. And that's real. So he ain't gonna call a nigga and have a conversation like that with him if he don't know him. They not even gonna put him on the live. They know each other. They party, they chill, they done things together, pause. Not like that. But they been outside, they know each other like that, man. For him to call him and say he a PN, he know him. Yeah. Crazy. All right, so we're going to stay up on that. You see what happens with those guys. Like I said, it's just good smoke for the internet. We don't want that to go too left. But if they keep inviting each other to the private parts, it could get there. All right, so now let's get into your man Diddy. Talking about private parts, right? Pause. Let's get into Diddy. All right, so Amon Wiggins, he's always at the court date. He's explaining now situations that went down also with new girls that are coming to the stand now about Diddy too. It's getting crazy for Diddy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It seems like people are capping. I don't know. Let's watch this together. All right, we start from
She
here.
had been through at least 30 minutes to an hour of interrogation by the prosecution to prep her for the cross-examination, and you could tell she was ready to go toe-to-toe with them. And what I liked about her is she wasn't hiding anything. It wasn't like they could use the fact that she still want to be with Diddy, or she's still, or Diddy's still paying her bills. She was like, very much so. He's still paying my bills. I don't want to be here. I love him. I loved him. I didn't want to break up with him.
Marty
I
Martin,
just didn't
that
want
was
to do the
crazy,
freak
right?
off. So to me,
Let
that
me
says,
pause that real
okay,
quick.
girl,
Marty Martin, you a funny dude. He said, wait, what? He said, you're a terrible friend, but we can still be friends. Ray J is out of his mind, man. Let's get back to it.
trying to make it seem like she was with it, but this woman still was saying, hey, I was with certain things to an extent. Yes, we got freaky. Yes, we talked freaky. Yes, we fantasized. But I didn't want my whole existence as his girlfriend to be a side chick that just got like a hoe box. So I'm not going to sit up here and pretend to you like I don't love Diddy, like I didn't want to be with him, like I don't want his attention, like I'm not freaky with him. So you trying to point this out on me, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I cared about him. Yeah,
Shout out to Michelle in the building.
Yeah, I was nasty. Yeah, I sent some freaky text messages, but I wanted it to be with him. I didn't want every time I sent a freaky text message, it had to add Sean and Paul.
Okay, so let me stop him right there. I heard that earlier from yesterday when I was watching this yesterday. So this is what's crazy to me about these women. You're saying that you wanted to only do these things with Diddy, but you still continuously to do it with other men and while Diddy watched. After the second time, the first time, you should have said, I'm never doing this again. I did this for you. This was just a one-time thing. But once you start getting to second, third, fourth, fifth, that's shame on you. Why are we on the stand? Let's get back to it.
But every time I would try to do so, Diddy would add a dangler to it. So then at some point, I just started including that because I knew that's what he wanted. So at the end of the day, our relationship was built on that. So okay, that's what he want to talk about. So when we get into our fantasy bag, I'm going to talk freaky and nasty with him. So that is kind of the gist of what I got from Jane Doe's story. But we're going to keep going into the things. So I said, she's not backing down from any of her truths. She's keeping it real. I loved him and I would still be with him today. But I had resentment for him because he introduced me to this sexual lifestyle. So she was resentful because she felt like he introduced her to this freak off lifestyle. And then Garagos would say, what are the loving things that Diddy would say to you? And she'd say, well, he'd say, I love you. I never wanted to leave you. He was affectionate. And we made love. One thing that sends me, though, if I hear make love one more time, I'm going to shoot myself. It's no shade.
Michelle, you hit it right on the nose. So, don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. But a lot of people are saying that the person that he's pretty much playing the role for in this part of his segment, they say this is 50 Cent's baby mother. This is what they say. I don't want y'all to say that this is. I'm not saying it is. This is what they say. So let's continue hearing them. It's crazy. Don't quote me.
She said that's why she really endured the nights.
Yes.
So she could have him as her partner.
Michelle said it. That's exactly what they saying. This is 50 BM. This is what they're saying. Because she was saying, allegedly, she was on the stand yesterday. So this is who he is saying that this is the story that he wrote down everything in the courtroom. He's showing us what she was saying in the courtroom. Man. I'm not saying this is her. This is what they say.
They said, would you feel the closeness with Diddy? She said, yes. And you wanted him to be fully satisfied, didn't you? Yes. At the time you started dating Diddy, do you feel like he had a demanding schedule?
That's crazy, yes. Michelle.
So that's trying to say, well, girl, you already knew that he was busy anyway. So why are you trying to make a big deal out of it now? They said, you know, he was working on an album, right? She said, yeah, I knew he was busy working on an album. What album was it? She said, I don't remember. They said, was it the Love album? Yes. She said, do you ever go to the studio? Jane said, yeah, sometimes. You loved to see him in that element, didn't you? She said, no, I love to see him in any environment.
Damn.
Did he release the album in 2023? She said, yes. She said, is that when you were in New York? Yes. You felt like you were the only woman that knew what he liked, didn't you? She said,
Crazy.
yes. And you like that you felt that way, didn't you? Yes. She said, and so you tried to stay sexy for him, didn't you? She said, I didn't try. I was sexy for him. And he loved it.
And he loved it.
Everybody said, ooh. Okay. Okay. She kind of ate that. They said it was your choice to take the ecstasy, wasn't it? She said it was my choice. She said, I feel like I took the ecstasy because it made Sean feel better for the experience. So let's not, she was kind of giving like, let's not twist this around. That's what I like. She wasn't shying away from taking it, but it's all in how the message got delivered. Jane Doe said, I did it, but be clear. Yes, it was my choice, but there's a nuance to that. And the nuance is, if this man is popping pills every 10 minutes, we're doing a freak off. If I don't do it, it's going to irritate him because the vibe is going to be off. And let's just be honest here. If you've ever done any kind of drugs or drinking or anything in before, and especially with another person, not all the time, but for most of the time, it's kind of like boring when it's you and another person, and then one person's completely sober and you're over here trash. You're like, girl, so you're not gonna have no drink, and I'm just sitting around. So I'm drunk and high as hell. But
that's
now
those
you're not
Obama
gonna drink.
pills.
You don't. That's boring. Like, girl, take this pill. We on another level. Like, let's be real. Let's read between the lines here. If we about to have a freak off and I'm only one high and you not, it's gonna throw off the dynamic. Like, let's be clear here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, we have to start looking at the nuances to the situation. So I'm able to see between the lines or read between the lines because Garagos just trying to put out that, hey, you took the ecstasy, but girl, at the end of the day, we had a freak off and your client was high as hell. And if I wouldn't have done it, it would have threw his vibe off. And I didn't want to deal with that.
But you,
so
hold on. First of all, let's stop
just
this
do
here.
it.
I can't. Now, if a 10-year-old is explaining this, I'm like, But a 40-year-old grown-ass woman, baby father's 50 cents, you round the money, you got a rich baby father, I can't hear that. That sounded like a groupie, man. Yeah. That sounded like a groupie, if you ask me. This is why 50 don't want to have nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? This is nasty work. This is disgusting work. She's sounding bad. She's sounding bad. Bad. That's sad.
Baby.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. I don't want to hear you complain. The last time I tried to do it and I didn't want to get high, you got mad, you threw a fit, you had an attitude, and you ruined the whole mood. See, here's the thing. We cannot, and there's a lot of you guys that's been in relationships, and I've been in relationships too, where it could either be you or it could be the other person. But let's be clear here. If your man has the attitude or your girl has the attitude, it throws off the whole day.
Definitely.
And they could have an attitude by the littlest thing, and they could just start nitpicking and tripping because you didn't do this one thing, or you didn't want to eat this, or you didn't want to go somewhere, but they wanted to, but you didn't want to do it. Even if they say, oh, I don't care, it's okay, you don't have to do it. All of a sudden, their attitude is different because you decided not to indulge in whatever the thing was. So we can't act like that doesn't happen to everyday people.
Facts.
Some of y'all going through that right now. Let's be clear. And
right
so
now.
She was trying to avoid the attitude because she already know what he's about to give.
beat the shit out of her.
And I don't want to deal with this thing and his attitude because he's acting like a little bitch, and I don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to be on vacation. I'm trying to have a good time, and I don't need this nigga whining or walking around pouting and acting short and agitated because it's just gonna blow me. And I don't want to deal with it. And I need my coin.
Okay. Let's say you need your coins, right? Like he said, these girls are all out there for the coins, right? Let's say that's true. She can do one of these. Look, it's this simple. Did he come up to you? He said, hey, don't kill the vibe. Take this pill, right? Okay, Diddy. Right? One of those, right? She can do one of those. Or she can put it in her mouth, let it sit under her tongue, and then when he turn around, spit the shit out.
Shit, baby.
I'm pretty sure Diddy's not like putting it down your throat, pause, and like watching you like, did you take it? No, you fake it, do a little fake front, like you little twisted, just so you know what you're doing. If you out there for the bag, that's what I'm saying. Y'all bitches wanted to get twisted. Y'all wanted to get on E. Y'all wanted y'all back broke. Y'all wanted the money, and y'all wanted y'all backs broke. Yeah. That's bottom line, fam. I don't want to hear this. That's why I said I can't see Diddy in jail. I can't, fam. These girls are groupies. Straight fans.
Shit, baby.
Now, Romeo and Michelle said it. The bad thing is you got a rich baby father. You supposed to be sick of niggas right now. You supposed to have a nice toy counting all that money, ma. Keeping your shit tight.
Shit, baby.
Instead, you running around trying to have freak-off parties, trying to get more money. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Shit,
now,
baby.
50. Now, I don't know their relationship, but it seems like once she was beginning, when she started fucking with him, that's when 50 Cent went crazy on her and Diddy. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why Diddy? You made it nasty. You decided to have a baby with the entertainer, one of the biggest entertainers, pause, like 50 Cent. That coochie's supposed to be low after that. Yeah. You got your claim to fame. You're out of here now.
Shit, baby.
No, you want the limelight, ma. You go to Diddy next? Out of all niggas? Diddy? Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man. I ain't feeling that. But I ain't gonna lie, though. Diddy should not be in jail. They sounded like groupies, man. Shouldn't be.
Okay. Let's be clear. Like, come on, we got to be real here. So, she talked about the fact that they would do role play because that's what Diddy would like. And they said, what kind of role play would you do? Because that was the whole thing. Like, well, girl, we would role play and all that. And she would do they said she would do a lot of cheating role play. They said, well, how does that cheating role play go? Well, the cheating role play would be something like, and I'm paraphrasing these things because there was a lot of D being thrown around. So, I mean, you guys will get the gist. It was more like, I couldn't wait to get that mother escort by himself when you leave and you're at work and I'm sucking his, and he's inside me.
What?
That hard, black hard. That she was saying that stuff. So she would tell Diddy, yeah, when you leave, I can't wait to have one of these Paul come over or Cabal come over and me.
That's crazy.
And you won't even know it. And Diddy get hard. Ooh, ready to start throwing his mask off and lotion in and up. Ooh, tell me you're going to cheat on me, you stupid bitch. You dirty white whore. You motherfucking bastard bitch. You know what I'm saying? And he would really get into that.
Yo!
And so he would love that. And so they would do like a cheating role play. They said, did Diddy get turned on when he would give you directions? Yes. They said sometimes you often gave direction. Correct? Yes. She said, you used to wear high heels, right? You would wear high heels, right? She said, right. You would also make arrangements for these escorts, right? She said, yeah, I would make arrangements for the escorts because it was the tone of our relationship. So let's not just make it seem like I'm making arrangements for escorts because I want it. But yes, I did make arrangements because that was the tone of the relationship that was set by Diddy. Like she was giving that, breaking it down. Like, I'm not just going to say yes. I'm going to tell you why. Because just saying yes gives like, yes, 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 I did do that. But let's add a little context to this yes.
Wow. That's wow.
While you were on the East Coast, did your baby daddy help you with any money? She said, why does that matter?
That's a fact.
She moved on from that question. You would get back with him on your own, wouldn't you? She said, yes, she would. You remember when he saw the good in you? Yes. Tell me the good things that he's seen in you. What would he do? He would encourage me. He introduced me to gospel. He had her watching his favorite pastor. I don't know if that's TD Jakes. That didn't get said, but he put her on to the Lord, and they would shout after the freak off. And they would speak in tongue and praise ye the Lord. After they played in the finishings and the sloppy seconds. After they, my God, after they had dicks on dicks on dicks on dicks on dicks on dicks, they'd pray to God that every dick shall stand and every nigga will come. And by golly, you're going to take that pill and bitch don't run. Amen? So... hey, whoa, shatai. Woo, almost caught in the spirit of some dick.
Crazy.
Okay, so let's keep going. Excuse me. You know, when the spirit takes over, you just don't know which way you may go. Hey. But let's get off of that before I start running around in a circle and jump on some ding. You know what I'm saying? Now, Diddy was very smart. And he was able to give her a different perspective on life. Okay? She loved that. Gergo said you had a swimwear line and a dress line. She said, I still have a dress line. When I make it, I make it. Was he encouraging of that business? She said, yes. Did he invest in that business? She said, yes. How much? $20,000. So why did you need able to work? So why did you need to work if you had a dress line? Why weren't you able to work if you had a dress line? She said, because I wasn't able to work because I had the dress line because Diddy took a lot of my time.
What? What the Come on.
They said, well, how were you paying your bills? She was getting child support, but it wasn't much, $4,700 a month. She was making about $50,000 in brand deals. And so that's how she was getting money. So they're trying to say, like, okay, did you need money? Are you trying to extort him? Like, what's your vibe? They're digging into her finances now. They said you talked to the director about wanting your own money, correct? Yeah, I wanted to make my own money, and I wanted to make money. I was making money on Instagram. You said Diddy would be upset when you brought up OnlyFans, correct? She said yes. What's your insinuating? What is your reason as to why he was upset? She said because she needed the money, and Diddy looked down on it. Like, he just wasn't like, he looked down on the fact that it was OnlyFans. It felt like, she didn't need to be on there. She said, do you remember when you asked for permission to do OnlyFans? Why did you ask for permission? She said, yeah, I did. They said, why? Because she said, I wanted to do it.
Yeah, but why you need permission?
And I wanted to make sure, I'm checking on my man and seeing, like, is it good? Should I do the OnlyFans? Like, what's the vibe? So.
What's the vibe?
They said, well, did he just randomly send you money? She said, yes. Over the course of 3 years, he just sent you over $150K off GP, right? She said, yeah. So he just sent her about $150,000 over the last 3 years. He would just send her money. Is it true that you said you only date providers? She said, well, yes. I mean, typically a woman like me dates men that, are protectors and providers. As a woman, I feel like, that's the kind of man that I want. And I want a man to take care of home, and as a woman, I feel like I deserve that. And I can't see any woman disagreeing with that. That's how most women think, right? You wanted a big house and a yard for your blank. Apparently somebody got kicked out. The courtroom and people were there. And Garrigo, she said, hey, can you say my child? She said, oops. So Garrigo had slightly doxed her a little bit on the record. I'm not going to say what she said, but apparently we can't say that word.
That's crazy.
And then she said, can you reference my child as my child? She said, oh, sorry. Yeah, let me take that back. March 25th, 2023, after Turks and Caicos, they're talking, I love you, boo, texting, Diddy sent her a voice note. This is, I guess, after the Turks and Caicos. They had a nasty freak off. It was a lot going on. It was, it was a wild time in Turks. They got high, did a lot of ecstasy, cocaine, ketamine, and I think she was leaving.
That's a fact, Michelle.
And Diddy sent her a voice note. Listen to the voice note.
All right, we're going to come back to this on Friday because Amon will probably be on tomorrow and Thursday. Well, tomorrow, and then we will play that tomorrow show what's going on in the courtroom. Look, Michelle is right, man. That girl right there, this is nasty work, man. This is I'm glad that 50 only gives her $4,700. She don't deserve not one penny more. I hope 50 Cent is worth $10 billion. Yeah, baby. That's it. 50, you did it right. I don't know how you hiding that money, but she deserves nothing more. She is the bottom of the earth, man. Baby. Yeah. You know, just hearing her talk, you know, asking Diddy to do OnlyFans. I mean, if this is the 50 Cent baby mother, I don't know. You know, this is allegedly, this is what they say. But if this is so, whoever that girl is, whoever she is, she sounds stupid. She sounds retarded. Like, you know, no talent, just on Instagram trying to sell dresses. Come on, man. Got a baby father, $4,700 a month. Come on, man. You're riding with Diddy, having freak offs, taking pills because you don't want to kill a vibe. Why you care about a nigga vibe? Go create your own vibe. Let niggas come into your vibe.
Shay, baby.
Oh, you got a bad attitude? Okay. That, you know, why are you? Can Don Coop give you an attitude like that? And you give him some buns? No. You looking for the bread. You taking the attitude because you want a paid day. That's nasty. You know, it's ridiculous, man. I'm real, like, hearing these things, man. It just makes me like. I think all this stuff is helping Diddy. I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm the person that has to decide, should I put this man in jail for listening to these stories that they're coming up with? I'm saying no. He's innocent. He doesn't go to jail. If I'm the one that got decided, if these are coming from my ears, these all sounding like groupies and fans that wanted to be around this man. He could have been by himself doing all the drugs, jerking off, having all types of escorts coming to the crib if you wasn't a fan and wanted to be in it. You could have said no. You can't manipulate a 40-year-old. I'm sorry. You can't. How? You're 40. You're 40. Michelle says she's 38. How can a nigga manipulate? How can you listen to, I only took the pill so you don't have an attitude? Why you fucking care about nigga attitude at 40 years old with a child? Get the fuck out of here. I care about a nigga attitude in my 40s. I'ma start smoking crack because the nigga got an attitude. Hey, Shay, why did you smoke crack? Because he had an attitude. Come on, man.
Shay, baby.
Nasty work, fam. Yeah. Disgusting work. I mean, stress relief. Who's really stressed? You know what I mean? You're in this live with us that we have a family every day. Talking about, no, nobody's screaming all day. We're upset that, you know, I bet you go into all types of lives all day. Groupie, right, fan?
Shay, baby.
You know, that's right up your alley. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'll see y'all on Friday. We had a good show today. A lot of people pulled up, and we kept it rocking. You know what I mean? And she said time after time she didn't want to go to hotel nights anymore. But one instant Diddy came with the purse, and as what? Another hotel night in the books. Ha! That's it. You know, he didn't even come with a home. Nigga came with a purse. Treated you like a straight slave. Crazy. Nasty. All right, I'll see y'all on Friday. And that's a fact. You know the slogan, long as these niggas is doing something, we gonna always be in business, man. So I'll see y'all on Friday.
Welcome to the VIP section.
J, baby, y'all. 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 J, baby, y'all.
The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes.
Shay Baby.